What happened?
We are live, honey. We are live,
Here we
children.
are, shit.
Bitch,
Girl,
Raina Tees.
did you get into this recent tea? Girl, we got a kitchen table talk video for you girls tonight. And we are going to the cars because Jussie Smollett, girl.
What's tea, Jussie? What happened?
I can't believe they ran up on you like that, Jussie. I cannot believe it
either. Girl, Jamal,
girl. So if you guys don't know, Empire star Jussie Smollett was just recently attacked about 2 a.m. I believe it was Monday, and he was hospitalized. He was brutally assaulted. They are saying that the attackers were two white males with ski masks on, and they put a rope around his neck. Okay,
poured bleach on the man. Poured bleach
on him. Beat him up and told him, "Faggot nigga, you in MAGA country." And MAGA is girl. Trump, you need to come get your kids, girl, because they are really wilding out right now. Okay, they are really wilding out.
Trump, hunty.
MAGA is Make America Great Again,
Make America Hate Again.
Sips tea slowly to that one. So we're gonna do a reading on the situation because honestly, a lot of the details, I know it's early. I know this situation just come to light. There's a lot of other things that need to come to surface about this whole case. But we're just going to clock the tea where it needs to be clocked with the readings. And just to let you girls know, the Raina Tees Big Cartel is now open. Yes. We might have to insert a little clip here, bitch, giving the girls just rundown. But we got it for you girls. We're actually working on the intro and everything for it to be placed on every video, so you girls know what time it is. Readings, spell kits, and consultations are available. Check it out, and we'll also leave our email down in the description box as well if you want to contact us for spell work. Anyway, so yes, honey, girl, mind you, okay, so here are the details right here. So he arrived in Chicago from a late flight Monday. He landed in Chicago from New York around 2 a.m. and he went to a subway that I'm guessing was not too far from where he was staying because he did walk. Okay, as he was walking and he went into the subway and left, so I guess he ate, girl, had his food. Do Subway be open at 2 a.m. in the morning, girl?
I guess so.
Okay, girl. I know Peter Pan's is, y'all don't know about Peter Pan's. It's like a diner. But I know some of the diners be, but I didn't know Subway stays open that late. Okay, so 2 a.m. and these two men just ran up on him and was like, aren't you that faggot Empire nigga, is what they said to him. And they proceeded to viciously attack him. From what it's saying, he fought back, but he suffered a badly fractured rib. And before leaving, the girls put a noose around his neck and poured bleach on him and ran off, saying, "This is Make America Great Again country, MAGA country." Okay. It also says, and this is something that I found a little funny. Now, we need a little further detailing on this, but it says, Jussie took himself to Northwestern Memorial where he was treated. Okay? He was later discharged Tuesday morning. So first, let's say, as Raina Tees, our condolences to Jussie. Being under the LGBT, girl, we know, honey, you can't be out here playing with these girls. You just be minding your business, living your best life, and a bitch just decide to come run up on you and collect you, girl, because they're salty and pressed and their nuts are tight. Okay? So it's really dangerous out here. And my condolences and my wishes to all of my girls, all of our girls under the umbrella, and even you cis hoes, you straight hetero girls. Please be safe out there. We just did a story about the young woman who was raped on Facebook Live. Literally. What is this world coming to? What is the West coming to? That's why you girls need to be spiritually sound. Get these cleansings, bitch. Get these boxes, honey. We're coming out with the money box soon. And the cleansing box.
And the cleansing box.
And the cleansing, because that cleansing box is, that cleansing box needs to be our bestseller, because the cleansings and the purgings and the soul retrievals, honey, girl. The soul fragments, girl. But just to go in, so as I, relay all these details to you, sis, how are you feeling about this situation right now? What are your thoughts on it before we pull the cards?
I have the cards pulled out, but before we get started, my opinion is like, I cannot, like, I can't believe that it was him. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about him, he's so benevolent. Like, I just see him wearing all white, just very namaste type of person. Like, I just don't see, violence being put on that guy. Like, it's like, that's so fucked up. They choose him, like, why him? And yeah, I think it's fucked up. Like, this world just ain't shit. Like, people ain't shit. Like, it's always been like this. But it's like, girl.
But now the girls are really,
humanity just, these MAGA girls and these Trump girls. It's okay, Trump, because, it's something coming for that ass. Yeah, and...
But mind you, I want to touch on a few things too, because I do kind of want to play like Miss Devil's Advocate, because I did scroll into, and you too, you scrolled and we looked at the comments, a lot of the comments that was under the video, and a lot of them was very hateful and very ignorant. Okay,
and
you're gonna find those.
It's fucking funny when it's not.
You're gonna find people like that. I mean, it's just, girl, and it's sad that is like the norm. That's the standard that we've set for ourselves as humanity, to, instead of correct the behavior of people who feel the need to verbally assault and abuse and gas people, we have to ourselves build tougher skin and shit, to like deal with these hoes. But anyway, what I noticed in the comment section was, it was a lot of people that were kind of like, and at first I was emotionally gripped to the story, because it's like, oh my God, one of our LGBT members, a family, was assaulted for simply, being who he was. But then as I started to like really get into like some of the comments, I kind of became a little skeptical too. So it's like, I ain't gonna lie.
How? Like what?
Because I was just, first of all, it was a lot of details. First of all, so you had a late flight. Okay, your flight was arriving late. It says the flight arrived late. So even if a girl was like technically stalking him, like really planning to go after him, it's like, wouldn't they have missed that the plane was arriving late? Like, wouldn't they have just, you really have to be squatting on someone to follow the flight. Okay, so the flight lands, he gets off, and then 2 a.m. in the morning, he didn't, from our understanding, we don't have details, did she say something to anybody? Was she like, oh, I'm gonna go here? Was she like a avid tweeter about her whereabouts? Because some of the girls, they like to say, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere, just letting you girls know. If not, how do two men, unless they in Chicago, two men, are they just driving around looking to haze and abuse and attack people? Like, I'm guessing it's possible, girl, because the purge is real, honey. Girl, this is basically like a mini version of the damn purge. The girls, 2 a.m. just running up on you with ski masks. They have a noose. They have a rope and a noose already ready for you. They recognize you as the actor from Empire, and then they also carry bleach. Like, I don't know about you girls, but like, carrying bleach is like, it's a one-handed thing. Like, you gotta kind of like, you gotta hold the bleach with at least one hand to kind of run up on a bitch, and then you jump him. Where was the bleach? Where was the noose? Like, where was these variables while he was being jumped? Were they sitting on the floor waiting for the act to be done, and then they put it on him? Were there any other weapons? Was there a bat or something? Because it's just like, a lot of the variables just kind of seem to me a little too right place, right time. And I'm saying that very sarcastically, but it was like, how did they know? How did they know to find him? Or if that's the case, then we're looking at if they were just out night riding, looking to target someone, then we have a bigger problem in this motherfucking country. Because, yeah, the people on that side, on the extreme side, girl, with Trump them, if they're shouting that's what they're about, then what's really going on? You know, like, is this going to be tolerated? Is this the new normal?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's one of two things. Either he was set up, or it was some dudes riding by and they saw his ass and targeted him, like, and they just happened to have the bleach. They was, you know, and happened to have the noose and all of that shit.
Wow.
But I mean, I got the cards laid out. And
let's get into these cards, honey. The African deck, bitch, who's going to give us all, honey, the great answers.
I have the African deck, but I also have an honorable mention from the deck that you bought me, actually. I don't remember her name. What's her name again?
I forgot her, but she's so pretty.
Wait, I have the girl, I'm gonna look for her. But yeah, she's sickening, and she's actually on the Reina T's Big Cartel website. You can get a little feature of her. So that's the deck that I'm actually using. And well, I'm using the African deck, but I have an honorable mention. I have 2 cards pulled out from this deck that you gave me.
You better put these kids to work. You better put them decks to work, bitch.
And one card actually, and the reason why, you know, I wanted the other deck's opinion, and actually one card that came out in the first reading came out again. So yeah, so let's get the reading started. And a card flew out while I was shuffling. So when that happens, I kind of like to use that card as the overarching theme of the reading. And the card that flew out was a star card. Okay, and this card, it's about balance. It is about a renewal. It does symbolize being in touch with yourself and your inner energies. And I do see Jamal, well, not Jamal. I do see Jussie. I do see Jussie as he gives me balance. He gives me somebody who is very much yin and yang, who is at peace, who is giving you centered. He comes off as somebody who does meditate, and I don't know, it's just the persona that he comes off to me as, because I do kind of see him very much similar to his on-screen role. Like, they're kind of the same in a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? And it's so funny because this violence that was put on him is so empire-like. It's just wow.
Isn't it? We would see something like that in the show Empire, and I believe something like that has happened to him. Either he was kidnapped or something that happened to his character.
It was the brother that was kidnapped. The brother was kidnapped once.
Okay.
Hakeem. But in my deck, the star card is showing somebody who's on a pedestal, on a podium, who is at a higher up place. So this star card to me, as the overarching theme, kind of symbolizes that his status or what he's doing right now as a celebrity, or, you know, his role or the position that he's in, could have been a factor in the situation. That's what I'm kind of seeing with this star card as the overarching theme. What are you saying?
I definitely agree with that. I also want to make mention to the star card being, because we talk about energy here, bitch. We talk about this energy over here. So I think it's safe to say that him as a character and him as a person, and him, when you see him, I think if I were to see him in person, even if I didn't know him from the show Empire, I would say, that's a very attractive man, you know what I'm saying? Or just, he has something about him, and a lot of people do, that is just, it's very magnetic, and it's very, they shine outwardly. So I think in Jamal's case, Jamal, look at me, see, I'm following you. Jesse's case, I feel like his energy is that of shining too brightly in a lot of like dim places, you know, so him walking down the street with no hood on his head, just a jacket, you could kind of see his mug and kind of get into the features and the essence of who he is as a person. And I think, like you said, there is a very unique and spiritually fused essence that kind of exudes from him, and I think that is possibly what made him vulnerable and susceptible to this situation.
I agree.
Possibly even being, and I don't want to speak too ahead of the cards, but you might see this, but possibly being the attackers saw him when he was going to Subway, and like waited on his ass. Like either went home or ran somewhere and got the stuff, or plotted to get him when he came out.
Yeah.
So I think this card is definitely pointing at singling out this person's energy.
Yeah. And also I want to say, like, you know, Jussie, you can't be thinking like, oh, because you're a namaste type of motherfucker that like this world is namaste. Like you gotta be on it, hun. You gotta be with the security guards. You gotta be like watching your back. Like this was a lesson, honestly, because this is how celebrities get shot. This is how people die being so trustworthy of the world and just thinking like, oh, it's la-di-da-di-da. I can just go to Subway at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, in whatever city. He was in Chicago or some shit.
Yeah, girl, Chicago
bitch.
Girl, come on.
Stop it. Like,
no,
you
no
could
way.
be touched. Like, you could be touched, bitch. And you were. Like, this is a lesson. Any of us could be touched. You got to be on alert. Like, girl, and it's like, you know, yeah, like, bitch, we barely go out alone ever. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, we're always.
I don't. I don't. If I do go out alone, I make sure it's a situation where it's to the car, to the establishment, public establishment. It's cameras, it's guards, it's whatever that needs to be happening. To the car, and I take my motherfucking ass home. And if I do go out to a place that's social, public, downtown, club, whatever, I'm with a group.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go places like by myself just walking. And I think him as a cisgendered man, people don't really think about that. You know, people don't really say to themselves, okay, well, like I can be touched just and singled out. You know, I think the level trickles down from like a heterosexual person, that being the least of their concern, then a homosexual person, that being, you know, a greater percent of their concern, and then like the trans people and those, you know, that being like a constant state of awareness that we need to have at all times. So let's move on, bitch. Let's get to the rest of these cards because I'm ready for this tea.
So the next card, or the first card, is the Ace of Pentacles. And when I'm looking at this whole reading, honestly, the whole reading is coming off as like a business situation that went wrong.
So someone set him up.
That's what I'm kind of picking up.
I picked up that tea too.
And I'm kind of feeling like they got these white guys because it would kind of like not make it seem like a black person was behind this. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, bitch, as soon as I heard Ace of Pentacles, honey, the spirit was like set up.
It's a setup. And it seems like it was a business venture. Maybe Jussie put money, or he was gonna put money, or maybe he kind of went like put his foot out of it, or like was like, man, I'm gonna back out, or he did not push through.
He didn't honor something. He didn't honor something. It seems like
something that was new, or something he promised that he did not deliver. Okay. That's what we're seeing with the Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel like it could have been money driven. That's what I'm kind of seeing. That this is kind of giving me money driven tease. And you know, Jussie, I feel like he might have people in his life that are not on his level. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably still dealing with motherfuckers in Chicago, probably dealing with these nothing ass niggas in Chicago who don't have nothing that you got. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a lot of these celebrities, they feel like they still could walk in the hood. They could be with the hood people and try to give these hood people opportunities and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put you on. Or it could have been this fucking rapper, because you know a lot of these rappers, they actually do come on shows like Empire. So what if it was some nigga rapper who like ain't shit in Chicago, but maybe Jussie, you know, knew him, and he probably promised him to put him on, and he didn't. And the guy's like, oh, you in my city, fuck boy, I'm fucking you up. It could have been some shit like that.
Like a set up, honey.
Yeah.
A set up, and they probably didn't want to trace it back to the black girl, so they use a distraction, they use a decoy.
That's kind of what I'm kind of seeing. We'll continue the reading to see what else.
Absolutely.
So is there anything else you see with the Ace?
No, perfect. No, girl, right on point.
The next card is the Eight of Chalices.
See, bitch, there it is right there. The 8.
Yeah.
That's about walking away. Walking away from something that you had a commitment to. What's here at Rainer T's, bitch? What's tea here at Rainer T's, bitch? Get into them cars, ho. Yeah. We already seeing it. We already, and I said this when I was talking to you about it earlier. I was like, it just is like my spirit is telling me like it's something. It was personal. Like this was a personal driven attack.
The girls are
this
speaking, honey. The whole tea is in these cards. I'm just looking right now, girl. Yeah, it's all here.
I know she is, bitch. You better get into me swinging this 54-inch ponytail, bitch.
Yes. Come through.
Because the girls are here to come through.
Ow.
Okay, so the 8 of Chalices. This card in the Rider-Waite deck shows a depiction of someone. There's 8 chalices that have been established. They're standing. They're in good standing. They're in functionality. But the person in the depiction, they're walking away because, and this card talks about emotional maturity and emotional growth in a situation that no longer serves you, and you finding the right time or finding the right essence or within yourself to walk away. Okay, so perhaps this coincides with what you were saying, sis, about him working with this person or having this person in his life, and they were like, put me on, but maybe Jussie kind of realized like, okay, this person is not going to be a good representation of me if I bring them on. You know, it's like when you recommend someone to your job, like,
right.
Like if we were working at the same place and I brought you on and then you acted up, it would be kind of a bad representation.
And I have been through that in my past. I have.
Yes. So I feel like that's possibly a little bit what it was. Maybe an opportunity was promised.
Yes.
Or maybe it was a relationship that was going on and Jussie was like, you know what? This ain't serving me no more. Like I need to dip. And the person was plotting on that, definitely. So what are you seeing with this card? What are you picking?
I agree completely. I feel like this is Jussie walking away. I feel like he may have boosted this guy's head up, or he may have put in a lot of like emotional standing on this, or maybe this person was really like focused on this, and this was their chance. This was their come up, and they were putting so much on this that for Jussie to kind of turn his back on it, it was like, what? So this is a revenge.
This is revenge.
That's what I'm seeing with this. So
we clocking the tea, Jess. Let us know. He Raina on the line, bitch. RainaTeas@gmail.com.
Hello, girl. So that's the 8 of Chalices. Now the next card, bitch, is the 5 of Chalices.
No, this was about heart. I feel like, and I also felt this in my heart too, that it was a lover's quarrel.
Girl,
like
you gonna do that? The lover?
Yes. Somebody got their heart broken in this. The 5 of Chalices. This is a very right now. This is a very emotionally driven card.
Oh my god.
And the star card, I think, was possibly representing Jussie as the beacon of hope for whoever this person is to get them out of this financial or into a financial situation that was bettering with the Ace of Coins.
Yes. It was that dream that he gave. You sold that person a dream, Jussie.
Yeah. And they were devastated when you didn't follow through.
Ooh,
they were devastated.
It's war.
They started plotting revenge.
It's war, bitch.
Bitch, the old Taylor is dead, honey. Bitch, no more.
Bitch, when I see you on site is on. Been asking for it,
and we're
bitch.
not laughing at Jussie.
No, we're not laughing.
We're at the revelation of how the cards are coming out.
Listen, we are channeling Miss Uni, so we're like just above seeing
right now.
it. Yeah, like
Riding
you know
right
what I'm saying? Like when the Akashic just goes through you, like you may laugh because the tea is being clocked, girl. Like we cannot believe it that we're just getting it like this.
Yeah.
So 5 of Chalices, girl, emotional, like you said, heartbreak. Somebody who, because in the right way, you know, the person is also kind of like ungrateful. So it's like Jussie might have given this person some coin. He might have introduced them to some producers. He might have kind of like, you know, but this person might have wanted more. And Jussie, you know, was like, girl, this is too much.
Right.
You know, because with that 8 and the 5, it's some chalices that have been built. So there was something built.
And you know what, sis? You did say it earlier in either our conversation or in this video itself that you were like, you felt like he was like a rap dude was trying to be put on. And guess what? Jussie, honey, you know, he's handsome. He's a star. I'm sure his networking is A100. So he can pull a little up and coming rap DL dude, who's trying to come up in the game, but
and put him on Empire. Give him a arc.
Right. Give him an arc on Empire, but they're doing their thing behind the scenes, though. Like, we're talking about the real life situation. So they're doing their thing behind the scenes, a casual relationship. Maybe there was some feeling involved, especially after you've been doing it for so long, a few months. But this dude, whoever this other person is, they must have had the right connections to get you set up. And they were about that life, because this is coming from a person who, they're about that life, and they know just what to do to get a bitch back.
Yeah, and like the type of character that Jussie plays on Empire, that possibility is very possible. So it's like a lot of these actors, they like to live that life that they do acting in real life. So he probably knows people that can do shit like the TV show, which they did to his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's like, girl, yeah, it's real. So that's the 5 of chalices. Now the next card, which usually represents the distant past, she's the 3, honey, of chalices.
No. And that's crazy because I laid out some cards too. Mm-hmm. It's funny. Okay, so I have the reading laid out spread right here too. And I have the 3 of chalices present. Wow. I have the Knight of chalices reverse. I have the 10 of chalices upright and the Fool card. So and the Emperor reverse. So what I was kind of, and also the Hangman, bitch, it's all here. So and the World card reversed. Yeah. I'm just getting all the tea. So it's kind of seeming like our readings, our messages are coinciding with the same thing. Someone was promised an opportunity, and they were waiting on this opportunity. They thought this arc, this network connection, because maybe Jussie was like, "Oh, I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna let you meet this producer, that producer, whatever." And Jussie was possibly just using him for either sex or a good time or whatever, and because. Truth be told, yeah, you feel like Jussie's sweet, whatever, and that's the role he plays online. But I feel like a lot of these actors and celebrity girls, they have to kind of grow up a part of narcissism about themselves. I'm not saying that all of them are narcissists, but when you have so many people that want you, so many people that desire you, so many people, bitch, how many people probably be on this man post like, I will have your babies, I want to be with you, it's a shame you're gay, all type of stuff. So you have to develop, I guess, a thick layer of skin where, it could be a cute ass motherfucker, but you can't talk to them because it's gonna ruin your publicity, not publicity really, but your publication. Maybe your publicists don't want you talking to the simple girls, the basic generic girls. They don't want you talking to them or dealing with them. Watch what you say, watch who you hang out with. So a lot of their dealings have to be undercover and behind the scenes. It doesn't mean that it's not legitimate for the other person involved. Like, as we're seeing with all these chalices cards, there's some emotion, especially with the 10 here too. That's talking about family, honey. Jussie was promising to be bayed up with this person. But what are you picking up with the 3 of chalices? Because that's the card that we're on.
Yeah, and even with this card in the African deck, it's showing like these musicians at the top. So I feel like this person was probably somebody who was in the music industry, who did the music. Yeah, somebody who was in the music, and somebody who we promised to work with, to do something with, to collaborate with. He was selling this person a dream, and it was like Jussie was giving this person kind of like a handout, kind of like, I'm gonna be there for you. I'm a put you on with Timbaland and them. We're gonna get you that first album, and had this person creating, because Timbaland, he produces the music on Empire. So it's like, I didn't know that. Yeah, so it's like, so Jamal, this guy has all these fucking connections. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he put this guy on, and this person's over here dreaming, fantasizing, seeing themselves on stage, seeing the possibilities, seeing themselves working with these producers, seeing, being on the show, seeing getting out of Chicago and all of that, So this 3 of chalices is definitely like an emotional, it was an emotional buildup. It seems like they did establish something. Something was definitely established emotionally. And that's really where the deepest and most brutal revenge comes from. Is from those deep emotional relationships. That's really, So that's why you girls call Raina, bitch.
Okay. Hello.
So the next card, which is the recent past, is the Ace of Swords. So with this card, I'm feeling like this person came to Jussie and was like, listen, you know, you said that you was gonna do this by this time. You said that this and this and this and this. You know, you said this and this and this and this. And Jussie really probably had nothing to give, like, you know, okay, and kind of was like, listen, I don't think it's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, like it's over, kind of giving that tease. And I feel like the Ace of Swords is somebody who is standing in their truth, somebody who, and I mean, maybe this is Jussie too, but I'm kind of picking up like this person, you know, they felt vindicated, not vindicated, they felt justified. They felt like I'm in the right. You did promise me this. Like, why are you backing out? You know, you were there, just kind of laying that truth and standing in their truth. Like, because the Ace of Swords, you know, it's usually that sword or the person in my deck, the person pounding the sword. So it's about somebody who's, you know, standing in that mental, like I have the facts. Like, this is real, logical. Like, if you said something, come through with it. And I feel like Jussie, listen, this does not excuse what was done to him, because that was completely like wrong.
Absolutely.
But it's like, Jussie, did you promise somebody something? Like, did this person get mad and come back with the receipts? You know, giving you like, bam, like, you have not come through, Jussie. Like, what's tea? Like, you know. So I mean, what do you see?
I absolutely agree with that. You know, the swords do represent a lot of communication. It represents truth, honesty. It represents clarity, mental clarity. A lot of truths, and cold truths. Perhaps Jussie got into the music and was like, well, bitch, Timberland not gonna like this shit.
Yep.
You know, this shit whack.
This
shit whack, man, you need to tighten up, or whatever you said to him.
Yes.
And that's it, you know, we're going with the reading, honey. We're going through with the Akasha girl. Only Jussie and whoever else is involved know the real tea. Okay. And I'm sure the facts are gonna come to light, but right now, you know,
this is what we're seeing. Yes.
Reading teas, right? So this was about something being said, and possibly coming from a place of insensitivity.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I feel like, yeah, he probably was telling this person like just cold truth, like, and was just real cold about it. Like, you know, when that 8 of chalices comes, bitch, like, motherfuckers do get cold. They're done.
Do. When the 8 of chalices, which represents leaving and walking away and feeling like you've matured from a situation, you don't really have the empathy about who you're leaving behind. I mean, some of us do. You know, we'll look back and kind of say, okay, like, I wish you the best, kind of thing. But when you're moving on, or when you're in that mental place of moving on to whether you think better yourself or get away from a negative situation, I mean, you make a clear cut. You don't really look back. But you got some girls out here, honey. They don't leave. You know, you leave them behind, but they're still there, dwelling and boiling and thinking of a way to get your ass back. So,
okay, you better ask Raina, honey. You better ask Raina.
You better ask them calls and them emails, bitch. They be coming through, honey. Y'all girls want to see a tranquil working.
Girl.
And it's y'all already know exactly what we talking about over here.
They sure do.
You go after your exes, especially when they've been laying in the bed in between your legs, honey. That's when you want them fucked up. That's why you come to us. So this ain't nothing foreign. This ain't nothing foreign. They just ain't called Rain. Whoever went after Jussie.
Yeah.
All speculation. Allegedly. Allegedly. They didn't come to Rain. Because we wouldn't have had nobody. Listen, honey. We wouldn't have had nobody being caught up, girl. We wouldn't have had no witnesses, bitch. No nothing, girl. Just whoopsie daisy, honey. Okay. And wham bam, there she is. So,
And it's funny because in the other deck, the 2 cards that I pulled out, one of them was the Ace of Swords. So it did come out twice, the Ace of Swords.
Wow, okay.
So I feel like that does symbolize like this person feels wronged, either feels wronged, or Jussie was really like cold, and in a way, not that he initiated or that he asked for it, but it was something that set this shit off, and it was cold. Like facts, yeah.
This is revenge. This is fueled by passion, honey.
Yeah.
It's too many water cards here. In the spread that I laid out and in the spread that you laid out, girl, like water.
Yeah.
Water. So,
Walter.
how many other cards we got?
Okay, well, we still have some more. So the next card is the Four of Pentacles. And that was, yeah. So to me, Jussie pulled back that coin. Jussie was not trying to give coin to you, okay, the person. I feel like this person probably felt like Jussie was being stingy. Jussie didn't want to give no coin. Jussie did it, you know, he promised all of this shit because remember the Ace of Pentacles was the first card that came out.
Yes, it was.
So it's like, girl, now you want to hold back the money. Like, you promised me this coin. You promised you was going to be there for me. You promised you was going to, you know, build me up. You promised you was going to carry me. You promised that you was going to
love me,
yeah,
Daddy.
You know what I'm saying? So now
Daddy
you want to be
Smollett,
stingy.
honey, was you buying a nigga out, Jussie? Was you buying them J's for that trade, Jussie? Girl, what's the tea? Spending a coin on a boy, honey.
Spending.
The girls are not above it. Don't play no games.
Absolutely. Bitch. They're the ones who, you know, that's more their tea. Right. Because they got the coin.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely.
Shit. They getting the cream of the crop. Shit.
Hello.
So
these boys are just as bad. These boys are just as bad and dangerous, honey.
A
just
sickening 10, honey, wearing his ass out. Shit.
Oh, you wet over there or nah?
No.
So, okay.
So yeah.
So with the Four of Pentacles, I'm definitely seeing this too. I feel like when the coin was actually brought in and it was time for Jussie to cut the check, this thing was like, well, you know, I don't think you put in as much work as you said you was going to. So yeah, this is definitely fueled by emotion and money. Two very powerful mixes, honey, that get people in a lot of trouble, bitch.
Okay.
So I definitely see that with this card.
Yes. So the next card is the Queen of Wands, and that's about the questionnaire. And I feel like this person was probably jealous of Jussie. You know, there was also a tinge of jealousy there because Jussie was probably where they wanted to be. Because the Queen of Wands, to me, is symboling somebody who is magnetic, who is attractive, who is pulling, who got it going on.
Who has status, right?
Who has status. And it could symbolize that, or that this person who did it, because I feel like it was a person who did it, who got these two motherfuckers to do it. They were paid arms. I feel like this person could also be somebody who is magnetic, who is attractive, who is, you know, because I feel like it could be a musician. So it could be somebody who is attractive, who has a name, who has the little following, who be pulling because they pull Jussie, okay? So this could either symbolize Jussie or the person that they, you know. What do you think?
I definitely feel like it's singling in on Jussie. I think Jussie knows how to play with his looks and his charm. You know, the Queen of Wands is very magnetic. Like you said, she's very charming, very witty. She also has a level of seductiveness to her, but it's a feminine, more calm sexualness. Like, where the masculine is very assertive and dominant and giving you sex symbol, Jussie is the type, you know, he's handsome. You'll bring that home to mama or whatever. Like, he's not like selling you sex. I mean, he has his moments, but that's not his main defining feature. You know what I'm saying? Of him selling you sex. So I feel like it's a bit of a more classier, reserved essence of sexuality. And he does have a feminine, it's not like all the way feminine, but he does have
it's a soft,
it's a softness. It's a softness.
It's a gentleness. It's soft and gentle.
Yes. To her. So she can play with, and I think she's even done this on Empire, where she's played between the sexes. You know, her love interest has been women and men. So I feel like, you know, even with the Queen of Wands, she is desired and sought after by both sexes, whether they admire her or just want to be like her, or whether they literally want to be intimate with her. So I feel like this is the energy that he carries, and he knows how to work with that shit. And then sometimes backfire on your ass when you're trying to be too cute.
Okay.
You know? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing with Miss Queen, honey.
So the next card is the Four of Wands.
I'm seeing promise of household, like with that 10 of chalices I saw, bitch. Like
promise of household, promise of stability, because it's also, you know, a party, like a celebration. You could translate that to awards, to honors, to like, you know, the person feeling like, you know, they're on stage and people celebrating them, and you know, that first album release party and all of that shit. And
I was
like,
thinking
oh,
album
you know,
release party,
all of that. So it's partying, having a good time, being a part of the Jussie world, and being part of, you know, his world and his stability, and being, you know, having him carry you. So, and you know, the household can also symbolize like a partnership too, like, you know,
it's a marriage too. The four of wands usually represents a marriage, a union, a real commitment to look out for each other. It also represents having a sacred space in the midst of chaos too. Like me and you got each other, and fuck the rest of the world. Like the whole world could be burning, but like in this house, it's, you know, so that partner or whoever this other person is that we're picking up on their energy, they really sought after that with Jussie, and I believe Jussie played into that. I'm not saying he manipulated, but I'm feeling like, you know, when you're in the moment, bitch, and they're cute, you're cute, right? You know, and they're telling you, whispering all these sweet dreams and nothing's and shit.
Got over it. Jussie was over it. And let's keep it real. Like these Hollywood actors, they move on a different level than us. So, you know, 2 months for an actor is like 5 years. So you over here falling in love with this motherfucker, thinking that y'all, you know, just good and everything, and he's ready to move on to the next bitch.
To the next bitch.
Because he already fucked you every kind of way, bitch. And gave you, honey, 10,000 that you already like, you know, shit it out. You done spent it all.
You done blew it already.
And now you want more from this motherfucker, and you know he's ready to bounce. So, and the next card, baby, is the Two of Chalices, and that's the inner emotion.
Oh, well, I mean, with the Two of Chalices, what more do you want, girl? Show us the receipts. I'm ready for the receipts to come out now, because this is like love. We didn't even start on this. We knew it ourselves, but when we came, we were objective and we were open about, okay, what the situation could be. I felt like it was something sketchy about it. I knew, like, it's just two random white men just like ran up, but they know you. And I mean, yeah, you know, it's possible that some straight hetero white man would watch Empire and get into it. I'm not excluding them. But girl, what percentage is that of the main audience, girls, to be that pressed that you watch the show? You watch the show, you know who Jussie is. You know he's gay in the show, or he plays a gay character. Usually it's like with the white girls, they can't differentiate between either our asses. So, you know, for them to single you out, know exactly who you are, and be ready for your ass at 2 a.m. in the morning coming out of the subway, girl. I'm sorry, but I don't think they're that smart. I don't think they're that. You know, I don't know. I just what would be the effort? Like why? Like what? Like you of all people, and they knew it was you.
Yeah, and you walked your ass to the hospital, or you did not call 911. So it's kind of like,
how did you get to the hospital, girl?
Like that to me symbolized, like, you know, like on the TV shows when that happens. That gives like you knew that this ass whooping was coming, and you didn't want to get the police involved right away. That type of shit,
right?
Like it's kind of on the hush type of shit. That's what happens, girl.
Cause bitch, if my rib would have been broken, honey, I wouldn't be able to walk nowhere. I would have had to call 911, honey, to come get me. So
yeah,
you didn't call the police,
to go to the hospital.
Even call Uber, bitch. You just magically appeared at the hospital. You know, maybe he called the driver or something. Maybe, I don't know.
He might have walked, because, you know, in those cities like Chicago, the shit is right there. It's like that boy that got stabbed. He walked to the hospital as he died.
Yeah, it's on every corner. Yeah.
So it's like that could have happened. So this Two of Chalices girl, definitely emotional. I feel like, is this person, he knows him. Either y'all was in a relationship, or y'all, you know, it was a deep partnership, something, girl. Like Two of Chalices, like this person, girl, you really tried it. You know, you gave them everything, and it completely like went to shit. So
it seems like a lover's quarrel gone wrong.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It really does seem like a lover's quarrel gone wrong. So are you ready to move to the final result?
Give us.
And then I have an extra card pulled out that came out in the end.
Give us.
The final is the Nine of Pentacles, which is so strange. Nine of Pentacles.
Wow.
What do you think that means? I mean,
it could be that other person really looking for Jussie to be their come up into their own independence. You know, because the Nine of Pentacles represents someone who is self-made. They kind of work through the levels to get where they are. It could be Jussie too. You know, that Jussie put in the work, so he's feeling like, okay, like you just want to ride on my tailcoat, however you say it. Why? You know, what are you giving me besides, you know, sex and all this other shit? You ain't really contributing anything. I made it to where I am by myself. So I can't understand Jussie's kind of like, you know, and as a celebrity, I think a lot of them, it sucks to say, but yeah, they have to watch out with these type of relationships they get into, because a person could be like, oh my god, babe, I love you, da 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 da, and then, you know, be in a DM with their best friends, bitch, I'm waiting to secure this bag. As soon as this nigga marry me, I'm divorcing their ass and getting all the money. You know, bitch, wait till I get the cars and clothes and all this stuff, and then, you know, I'm coming back for you, babe. Like, it's all type of crazy shit that people really plot on these celebrities, and, you know, they get into these fantasized worlds of falling in love with the character than actually the real person. And these people have real personalities. They have real likes and dislikes that could be arbitrary, you know, completely different from the character they portray on screen. So I feel like with the 9, it is saying that this person was either looking to reap of that success that Jussie had, or they were dreaming about being that own. Their dreams is about being that own entrepreneurial, independent version, you know, in that 9.
And, you know, with this card, what I was saying, something that came to me, which is, you know, kind of strange. I feel like this person might get that coin that they was asking for. I feel like maybe Jussie gonna be like, you know what, like, and give it to him on the low or something. Either that.
It's some hush situation going
on here, and it's some money involved. It was promises, it was emotion, and it's money too. So the fact that this 9 of whatchamacallit of pentacles is showing up, I mean, this person was waiting on this coin, because, you know, in the card is coin that's coming from the ground, like the pumpkins, girl. The pumpkins had to grow. It had to be harvest season, and he's finally cutting them open and getting his money. So it's like, did this man get paid? Because I know he paid them white men to do the shit. I know they didn't do that shit for the free. I know they was
not
paid.
For the free, honey. Not
paid.
To know it was Jussie, bitch. And just randomly on the street,
okay,
girl.
Yeah, they was paid. And real quick, I want to mention the honorable card that came out, and it was the 10 of Swords.
Oh, shade, honey. I gotta go. I gotta go. This is too much. This is merch, girl. The 10 of Swords.
What if he has to pay that money back? What if he does have to pay that coin back, even though he got this shit happen and he still got to do it? Like, pay the coin back.
See, it's something that she knows that, because, see, it was almost done, like, with a noose around your neck and bleach. You done mess with somebody that's, like, kind of like, yeah, like somebody that...
But they ain't kill your ass, though.
So they want you to know that it's serious, and you probably are living in a state of anxiety and panic, and, you know, that's how them
pay this man his money, Jussie.
That's how the underground mob work,
honey. Pay them people their coins, girl.
Just give it on over, girl.
Just give it on over, girl. Cause yeah, this final result, girl, she's not serving the tea. So you need to do this 9 of Pentacles, because this person been waiting on this coin, girl. You done promised this man this coin with the Ace of Pentacles, girl. It's time to deliver, bitch, because this motherfucker been waiting. So give her the coin, bitch. That's all we gotta tell you, girl.
That's a debt, honey. You owe a debt, girl.
Yeah.
And you heard it first, honey. Here, Rain of Teas.
That's right.
Okay, like, we don't make this shit up. Like, how can we, you know, like, the girls are getting surfaced. Mind you, the girls are getting surfaced. They're getting news. They're getting, oh my God, this is what happened. And everybody's so emotionally compelled by the situation. And again, we go back to say, we don't wish this on anybody, especially someone, you know, under our umbrella and within our, you know, like us, because it's hard enough getting by, you know, with the girls, the white-haired girls up in office, girl, just being so pressed and their nuts so tight, girl. They just want to restrict everything a bitch is doing over here. So we wouldn't wish that on anyone. But at the same time, for the cars to come out like they did, honey, on both sets,
on both,
emotion, money, promises not being met. Both sides of the set. Okay, yeah. Raina tease, girl. That's all we got to say.
Yes.
Raina tease is what we're going to say. And I think with that, hun.
Yes. We will see you guys on
the next one.